Welcome, I'm Jim, and today we're delving into the contentious topic of Star Citizen and trying to decide if it should be considered a pay-to-win title or if it's simply just a crowdfunded title as it's advertised to be. Is it truly a galaxy where the deepest pockets will prevail, or is there more to the story? Let's dive into this topic and figure it out together. Now, first, let's quickly just describe what pay to win is, although I think it is a self-describing term. And if somehow you're unfamiliar with the term pay to win, it's simply when a game allows players to gain significant advantages by spending real-world money, thus tipping the scales in their favor. Now, Star Citizen promises to deliver an unparalleled space experience, from dogfights in the vacuum to trading goods across multiple star systems. The game aims to fulfill every space enthusiast's dreams. Now, these accusations of pay-to-win mechanics have pretty much haunted Star Citizen since its inception. Critics argue that the game's funding model, which relies heavily on the sale of virtual ships, gives the affluent, or in my personal case, the gullible, what could only be described as a seemingly unfair advantage over those who choose not to splurge or succumb to that fear of missing out marketing tactics that SIG loves to employ. And while it is true that purchasing ships can accelerate progression, often allowing a player to take quick advantages of the newest meta ship or methods to earn in-game credits, Star Citizen also emphasizes skill and strategy, and the more we've seen the game develop, the more we've seen these reflected in-game. A skilled pilot can outmaneuver even the most decked-out spaceships, and often success will hinge on things like teamwork, coordination, pre-planning, or situational awareness, more so than what ship you've bought. But that being said, the temptation to gain an edge through monetary means is undeniable. It's a delicate balance between providing players with meaningful progression and preserving fair competition, while also trying to ensure that CIG continues to retain the means to continue development of the game. This has been a subject that I've been conflicted over for a while now. On the one hand, I recognize that selling ships is the main driver of income source for SIG, and how they're able to continue development of a game that I'm very much interested in experiencing. But on the other hand, it's difficult to come to any other opinion that this model, at best, is described as pay to progress, and at worst is pay to win. The only real factor that I see at this time that ultimately keeps it out of 100% being in the pay-to-win category is the fact that a Gladius bought from the online store and a Gladius bought from within the game share the same stats. That me having purchased one from the online store gives me no more advantage to one bought in-game. Now, do I find it frustrating that ships are kept online sell only for typically what feels like several months before being added to the PU for in-game purchases? Yeah, 100% I do. They have to get away from that. This needs to be addressed, changed. I don't understand why the ship isn't just added in-game immediately upon flyable release. It's an alpha after all. People 100% will keep buying ships sold through the online store because they know at the end of the day they're going to have that ship when the game launches. They don't have to re-earn it in-game, and anything bought in-game right now will ultimately be wiped, as there is always at least one more wipe coming. Now, couple that with the fact that I can't recall the last time they released a new ship that wasn't somehow better than most current in-game alternatives to that ship, while also being exclusively sold in the online store. It doesn't help paint a picture of a game dev that's trying to avoid the accusation of having predatory monetary practices or having a pay-to-win development style. In the end, whether Star Citizen is considered pay to win or play to win largely depends on your own perspective. And in mine, they teeter right there on the edge of it. Again, I personally get this is how SIG continues development of the game that I very much want finished. But I'm just not fond of how predatory their current business strategy is. This, I better get it now while it's available. Or if I want to fly meta, I better melt ship X and replace it with ship Y. I understand the need to limit, say, capitals in the universe at launch, but they sell ships like the Javelins and Krakens and Idrises. They're up for sale with nearly every in-game vendor event. I'd much rather just see all of the regular non-capital ships available all the time. And if they want to offer better insurances or random discounts on a hull during an in-game event, well, have at it. I just feel much better about it than this idea of a limited inventory of digital goods up until the end of every quarter rolls around. Thanks for taking the time to listen today. Share your thoughts in the comments on your views. Is Star Citizen current model, is it pay to win, play to win, or something else entirely? And if you enjoy this style video, please consider dropping a like or a sub. Yeah, I truly appreciate it. But as always, see you in the verse.